Hi everyone, before I hop into the window seat word of the week, I just want to give you all a little inspiration and motivation and share my personal testimony of how I applied last week's word of increase in my life by reading God's word more and just taking my mind off of the things around me, right? And focusing on goodness, self control, love, knowledge, mutual affection, things like that. I applied them in increased measures in my life, and I can definitely say that I was far more productive and I did not have as many ineffective moments on last week. Anybody that knows me knows that I am a very scary person, right? So I literally would drive around in my car prior to last week and think of like all these things that could happen while I'm in a car. Like, oh man, I hope this car doesn't hit me, or what if this collapsed, or what if that happened? And it was almost like a pessimistic view on life out of fear and anxiety that I had really bad. But in last week, in practicing knowledge and self control and love and all of these things in increased measures, I rode around and never thought about what if this car hits me. I rode around and never thought, what if this collapsed? So I had an amazing week on last week, and I'm just so excited to report back to you all that I can attribute that to walking in my week in increase. So as I move on to this week's word of the week, this week's word is love. And I read a quote that said, love is just a word until action gives it meaning. And so with that, I thought about it and I was like, that's good. Okay. So this week, I'm calling you to action to love that person that's hard to love. And when I say hard to love, I mean that person that you may have just gotten in an argument with and you're upset, fire red mad with this person. Practice love with them. Don't not talk to them or not help them if they ask you for help. Show them love. Continue the conversation on past the disagreement. If they ask for help, help them. I challenge you and call you to action to love those that need more examples of love. You may have someone around you that's insecure or beating themselves up and kind of being down on themselves. Show them love. Show them an example of love so that they may increase love in their life. I am hoping that in this challenge and in these words of the week, you are applying these things to your lives and that you're able to go back and look on your notes that you might write down or your journal and just reflect on your journey through the words of the week and see growth, see increase, and ultimately this week, see love.